Hey, a brand new episode of the Happy Productive Podcast is about to begin. It's time to be inspired by simple and actionable solutions for you and your business. If you're an established entrepreneur or just laying down the first brick of your future empire, the mantra is the same. We will flip any failure into a positive and use it to our advantage. This show is all about turning coal into diamonds. With the right plan and mindset, anything is possible. I'm Jennifer Dawn, your host, business coach, and founder of Best Planner Ever, and I'm here to help you achieve all your ambitious goals. Success is closer than you think. Let's do this. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Happy Productive Podcast. I am so excited, you guys, for my guest today, Miss Christine Blanchette. And you guys are going to absolutely love Christine. So welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Jennifer, for having me. And I love your title, Happy Productive Podcast.
Oh, thank you. We are so happy to have you. And Christine, would you mind just give everybody a minute or two, just tell them about you and all of your wonderfulness?
Yeah, I'll be pleased to. Well, I'm a content creator. I produce two TV shows. One's called Run With It. It's a running, fitness, and health program. The other one is The Closing Act. It's music and entertainment. Both shows are on cable. They're live streaming. They're on YouTube, and it's all about the guests. So I invite guests who are holistic nutritionists to wellness professionals and then musicians. And I love what I do. And I write and I teach and I run. That's how it all started. The first show, Run With It.
Yeah. Oh, I love that so much. And, it's very interesting to me because I've always been a fairly active person. I would say that I had 3 kids, and after my kids, it was definitely harder to kind of get back into that. And then I had suffered a couple of injuries. And so I had an opportunity to do a Spartan race with my sister, which is obstacle course racing. And many people who listen to our show will kind of know a little bit of my story here, where I had this is a couple of years ago, I decided to do 3 races, and I ended up doing 12 in 1 year. And over the course of the year, by doing all of those races, my business revenues actually tripled. And it was something that I just could not ignore, because it was just like, wait a second, I wasn't really doing anything else all that differently. But what was happening was that the physical exercise was changing me, and it was really developing my mindset. I was feeling better because I was outside. I was moving my body, not just sitting in a chair. And so that's what actually caused us to launch our retreats, where we pair a Spartan and business coaching, but also just in my coaching practice, we have, health coaches and things like that, so that we can support the entire person. Now, you are like a super duper fitness expert. And so I would just really love to hear your thoughts on, pairing physical exercise with either your goals or your business, and do you feel like, do those two go hand in hand? And what do you see with people who, make that commitment to challenge their bodies in a physical way?
Well, that's a very good question, because running saved me, because I wouldn't be here doing this interview with you or conversation, because running has allowed me to launch my own show. It's helped me with my mindset. I did actually the Vancouver Sun one just last week. And after that, Jennifer, I felt so good. I felt like I can conquer the whole world. Running has given me the confidence. It's everything in my well-being. And I've become a better person. I can deal with family and problems better. I find it's a problem solver when I'm out there, whether it's a Spartan or running or walking or gardening, whatever. It's a movement. You're moving, and it just takes you in that therapeutic, I don't know, it's the endorphins too, but it just makes me a whole person. And it doesn't, I not only run, but I meditate. I feel like I take my eye brace, because I'm always on a computer, like a lot of us are, but I do believe that there is a definite bonus to combining both, exercise, doesn't be running, and being an entrepreneur, and, doing whatever you're doing in your life.
Yeah. And when you say that running saved you, I know there's a story there. Tell me a little bit of that story. How did running save you?
Well, I think because I've always been an introvert, like I believe I'm a shy person, but I'm out in the forefront all the time. And it's given me that confidence. It's given me like, I can do this, believe in myself. It's something I never thought I could ever do. I thought I was never an athlete. I was always picked last in basketball. I love basketball sport, but always last. So running found me. And and what I mean by that, it's like once running came in my life, it just changed. It saved me because it's helped me become an entrepreneur. It's helped me to be successful. It's helped me to do within every aspect of my life. And without it, I don't know where I would be.
Mm. And for somebody who is listening right now, who maybe wants to experience, the benefits of being able to run, in my life, I've never been a big runner. The times of my life where I was fit and I could run, it always felt amazing. I remember like the first time I ran my first 5K and I ran the whole thing. And normally I have to stop
Mm,
and walk a few times, but the first time that I like ran the whole thing, it was just such a huge accomplishment. I was just like, oh my gosh, I can do anything.
yeah.
But, of course, I was probably, the next to the last person to finish, but I ran the whole thing and I didn't stop, but I was slow, but I went it. I did it. And so, like, for somebody who really wants to take advantage of the benefits of running, but let's just say they're on the couch and totally unfit, like, what would you recommend? How does somebody like get started moving their body in a way that's safe and that will help them to, eventually work their way up to meet whatever their running goal might be?
Yes. Well, firstly, see a doctor first. You could be total new at running and you want to try it, or you could be someone who hasn't run in a while. So I always say, see a doctor first, get checked out, and also explore. There's so many running programs out there. You can join a club, you can find a trainer, but just start, and one foot in front of the other. And see what you like, because you may find out like me, ended up loving it. I mean, yes, it's hard. When you first start, you're huffing and puffing and you're like, oh, is this for me? But I think you have to try it, a little while, like a 5K, and then build yourself. You may not even want it. You may say, I don't really like running. I like walking better. Then walk or swim or, it's about finding your passion. It has to be something you love, not just to lose weight and not just to say, because my friend runs, so I should run, or I haven't run in a while, but that's all I know. You can try something else. It's really, I know someone who was an elite runner, but now doesn't run, is a power walker and does, Pilates or spinning or, I love it. So far, it's taken me on this journey like Forrest Gump, you just keep running but it's more
Yeah.
than one foot in front of the other. There's, proper shoes. You have to make sure you're properly fitted you don't want to wear basketball shoes or court shoes for running, obviously. Dress for the weather conditions. Nutrition is a really important component, and just be safe, and be patient with yourself. You're not competing against others, you're competing against yourself. And that's what I do in everything I do as an entrepreneur. Be who you are. There's no one like you. That's my quote.
I love that so much. Okay. And so when it comes to running, and I'm not an expert, but I have heard both sides of the coin, where one side says, oh, it's high impact, it's going to hurt your joints if you're a runner. And the other side says, no, it's not. Running is very beneficial. It's really, really good for you. And so what's the truth here? What should we believe?
Well, you know what? It's using intelligent rest, as Dr. Bob Well would say. It's cross training is a really important thing, and follow the principle of hard running and then take the day off the next day. So you run hard one day, the next day you would take it easy, maybe cross training, but build up, because I've been through injuries myself, and I can tell you, I didn't warm up, I didn't stretch, I didn't listen to my body. So yes, cross training is a really important thing. And also, you don't want to, I used to do this and I'm guilty, but I I used to run every single day. And that was not, you know, really intelligent, I would say. So it's best hard, easy principle. And then that way you'll find, and some people make it break down through training, you know, on the basketball court, or they're doing, you know, like hardcore. But you know, listen to your body, see an injury prevention specialist, or I should say a chiropractor or physiotherapist, Jennifer, because if you have one injury, like one nagging injury, you want to deal with it right off because it will not go away, generally speaking. You may ice it down and be okay, but you know, it's no point in suffering through it. And I've gone through that in my early days. Like, it'll go away. It did. So,
Yeah. The times that I have trained to run, it does seem to be like I've done the 6 week, to a 5K training schedule, and they really do ease you into it. And it's surprising to me that over, a period of time, a relatively short period of time, how if you, and not running every day, but just running maybe like 3 or 4 times a week, and then just gradually increasing it, like you can really work your way up to being able to run a 5K without stopping. It's amazing to me that you can go from couch to 5K in about 6 weeks pretty safely and pretty comfortably.
yes, it's like the Sunrun has a really great program, walking and running. And it's like the running room would say, you build that foundation, like you have, your base, your strength, and your speed. And it's not about competing against others, it's with you. Is everybody that I teach running, learn to run, everyone's coming from different backgrounds. So you have to figure out what their pace is and how they're feeling. It's so important. How do you feel after the run? Are you sore? Because you can do it safely. Because I want to be a life, which I think I am, a lifelong runner. And that's what I want to be, and keep running till my 70s or 80s, and that's what I'm doing. I'd rather just be safe than sorry, because if you go too quick, and there's programs out there that are going to fit your lifestyle. So, and also as an older adult, you got to be careful of that too, like checking your bone density. Like I'm not a physiotherapist or a doctor, but I find, just being really cautious and ask questions. I think that's another thing too, is ask questions. Who do I see? Use resources. Whoever's teaching you the class, use them as a resource. They'll help. They'll be happy to help.
Yeah. I love one of the things that you said. It was like, if you don't want to run, then walk. If you don't want to walk, swim. And I do think it is about finding whatever physical movement, physical activity that resonates with you, that isn't just because, I'm trying to lose weight, I need to go for a run. It's about, I want to run. I love to do it, and exercise that you love to do. So that way you will actually do it and really enjoy it, not just because it's a box on your list or I must do this kind of thing.
Yes, and that's the thing too, like going back, as I said, if you may want to run because you lose weight quicker, or all your friends are running, or it's something you did a long time ago in high school and you feel that's the only thing. No, there are so many activities out there you can try. Like power walking. I love walking. I have to tell you, I never used to like walking. I'm thinking, I'm a runner. I don't walk. I love walking. It's a low impact. You can go for 1 hour and you can not only lose weight, but you feel good. Just as the same. It's just a different activity. And then there's spinning. That's another activity. And then there's gardening. People think, well, what's gardening? Gardening is excellent. You're bending down. You're taking care of your plants, and you're having that exercise. It could be raking leaves. But again, see a doctor before you go out and do that, because you never know, right? And that's what I tell everybody.
Yeah, yeah. There's a great book, Tiny Business, which goes, and Elaine, the author, she goes into researching entrepreneurs who have achieved 7-figure revenues, and they're single person businesses. And in the book, it's very interesting. One of the things that she found was that, I think, if I don't butcher the stat, it was 88% of these very successful entrepreneurs who had crossed the 7-figure mark, which, guys, less than 5% of business owners ever cross that mark. So it's a really significant thing to cross that mark. But 88% of them exercised that was one of the things that they had in common, was that they exercised. And so that's why I think it's such an important topic for us to be talking about, even on a podcast where we're talking, to business owners about time management. Our health, our energy, our vitality are so important. We cannot put these things aside, or we will not have the energy to show up in our business, to solve problems, to be leaders, to feel good about our businesses, right? And we certainly don't want to resent our businesses for stealing our health because it's like, oh, I can't exercise because I'm working in the business, which if you guys are listening and you make that excuse, and I'm speaking from experience here because I've made that excuse myself several times, it's total bullshit, okay? You have to call BS on yourself. This is an excuse that you're making. This is something that you can absolutely overcome. It is not true at all. You can absolutely fit exercise into your day, no matter how busy you are as a business owner. It's just a decision that you have to make to step into your power, adjust your schedule accordingly, and just do it. I love the Nike, just do it, right?
Yeah.
You just have to do it. And you should know this because in our businesses, we just do it all the time. We make a decision and we make it happen, but we've got to do that for our own self-care as well.
Well, I say my appointment with myself, if I may say, it's like, and you know what, 10 minutes out of your day, 15, and first thing you'll feel so much better about yourself. Like it's not so much better about yourself, but you can feel like you have to take care of you. It's self-care. And you will be surprised how much more active you are and how productive you are. And where do you start? Start now. Like just look around, ask people, and,
right.
Yeah.
I love that so much. Don't wait until, I'll start next week. Don't wait until your New Year's resolution in January. Like you can just waste the whole year, guys. This is happy productive. Okay. The time to start is now. And you don't have to be perfect about it. Pick something that you actually want to do. Yes, it's going to be a little hard when you're first starting because everything is. I'm on a yoga kick right now. And so I committed to 90 days every single day of yoga.
Wow.
And guys, the first couple of days, my body was screaming. It hurt. It was uncomfortable. I think I'm on day, I don't know, like 12 or 13 now. And today it felt really good. I still have to work on flexibility and there's still plenty of room for improvement, but today my body was like, yes, it feels really good. And I know with running, it's like that too. It's almost just like the day where you go out for a run and it doesn't hurt and you're not keeled over and you feel good and you're strong. It's just like you feel so empowered. You feel so confident. It's such a good feeling to get to that place, right? Where you just go out and it actually starts to feel good.
It does. And I know the weather sometimes can be poor. If you have a gym, I like the elliptical. The elliptical is really great. And it's overall body conditioning with your arms. And it's just, you know what? It's writing it down too, like saying my appointment with myself. This is me. Yeah. And then it works every time.
Absolutely. All right, Miss Christine. So tell everybody if they want to learn more about you, if they want to listen to your shows, tell everybody where they can find you.
Yes. Well, go to runwithit.ca or on socials, Instagram, Christine Blanchette _TV, Facebook, Christine Blanchette, or just Google my name, Christine Blanchette. It should come up. So.
Wonderful. Christine, thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope you guys that somebody listening is inspired. I know a lot of people are inspired to just, get up, make the decision, start moving your body in whatever form that you want to. And if it's running, wonderful. You guys go, please check out Christine. She clearly knows her stuff here when it comes to the running game. And she has a lot of great resources to offer. Thank you, Christine, for being here with me.
Thank you for having me.
All right, you guys, that's it for today's episode. Bye. I hope you found today's episode of the Happy Productive Podcast inspiring. Every successful business is formed by a set of small, consistent, and attainable steps. If you want to learn more, come visit us at jenniferdawncoaching.com to take your next step and learn how to meet your business goals. On our website, you're going to find free resources along with links to the life-changing coaching programs that have transformed the lives of so many of our clients, including the Coaching Academy
and our Unbreakable retreats. Many of them started their journey by listening to this podcast. That's it. Thank you for listening and stay tuned for our next episode.